Hello, Mcluvin News here. So in response to mostly on TikTok, but mostly now a big shout out on YouTube for all those added subscribers, an additional 5 additional subscribers pushing me up from where I dropped a little, gained a little, you could even say I gained 4, it doesn't matter. A big thank you to all those on YouTube where I started talking about the facts of when I started down in Florida, when I was struggling and hurt in Florida, because Florida, it's not even for the old, the wealthy in retirement anymore. It's a place where the rich and the wealthy are buying up all the land. Ecosystems are being displaced by water displacement. The governor down there, Mr. Ron DeSantis, whatever reference it is, it's their own cultist world of belief, of rhetoric, trying to push the narrative, trying to sell it up, just like all hail to Donald Trump, who claims he's not a king. But the rhetoric from what we've seen from Saturday's response over his rhetoric back on top of all those protesters, claiming those people are not very fine people, very disorganized, very left-wing, very, radicalized, leftist. Even comment I see from TikTok, which back down on TikTok, something that I will gladly start doing if I must. I'll start showing all the hate-filled people who are conservatively radicalized that blast me for being a liberal. I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm actually a libertarian and proud to be, because you know what libertarian stands for? Better than what Republicans stand for now with their big conglomerate corporations they're invested in, which they don't even sell or represent half of the 99% of the lower middle class, or even the middle working class, even the struggling upper class that is trying to fight through this economy. You know what they represent? They represent their own pockets, and only a few Republicans in the actual congressional House and Senate actually stand for half the values you guys care about, and half the promises they sell you are just the same as the Democrats, which if you think I'm going to start coodling and giving favoritism to Democrats, you're sadly mistaken. No, Democrats have a lot of cleaning in the House too that they have to answer for their do nothing, don't respond to. Not that all are just as bad, but there are many other Democrats in there that are dirty in their hands with independent donors that don't represent half of the poor 99% of Americans in this country. So both parties need a better unity, and what I see right now is the conservative and liberal hate rhetoric. It's always conservatives or trolls or people that are just attacking the narrative, proving the very valid point of even why I speak out on this for the kids. As a 1 in 5 victim of sexual abuse as a young boy who did not deserve what happened to him, no less than any other child out there in the world, the rhetoric needs to stop. It needs to come to a clarity of middle ground and middle road for the betterment of our country, because there was nothing but a fine near 7 million representing Americans. That's right, nearly 7 million Americans stood up all throughout this country, through all the United States. You can check all the videos. You can do all the research you want. There was nearly 7 million people that showed up and did a great turnout. And there were families involved with mothers and fathers and proud. It could be gays, transgenders, doesn't matter who or what their culture was, what their creed, what their color of skin is. The proud of the fact of no king stands for exactly what it means. We will not stand to the authoritarianism of what Donald Trump tries to push in his rhetoric, even as he claims he works hard. No, he doesn't. He was down in Florida golfing and wasting time. He certainly didn't stand up to his quote, fighting for the kids, because without the present, there is no future.